Hello, everyone. Welcome to our series of lectures about IELTS preparation by TOPjargan. Welcome to lesson number 2, where we'll be talking about reading skills, in general. And in the next lessons, we will talk about reading preparation in more detailed approach. I'm still your host. My name is Miram. I have master's degree in education from the University of Edinburgh, and I have IELTS certificate 8.0. So let's get started. So reading section, it's like the second section you take on IELTS. So listening, reading, writing. So reading section contains like 40 questions and 60 minutes are allowed for this, all 40 questions. Let's talk about the general approach. So we usually, when we start preparing for like reading, we talk about language skills and exam skills. Language skills, they actually your level of language, like vocabulary, grammar, grammatical structures, etc. And exam skills, it's actually more like about soft skills, how fast you read, how well you can absorb the information, how logically you can guess this or that answer, and so on. So during our preparation, we split into like language and exam skills. Next moment we would like to highlight, it's actually quality over quantity. Don't rush in your preparation. So we advise work on official Cambridge mock tests. There are about like 20 books published already. So when you do a mock test, for example, you take one text and like do the whole 40 questions, then don't go like to the next text, but stop on the first one, work on your mistakes, read it again, highlight interesting phrases, interesting words, learn them, try to analyze grammatical structures. So when you understand and when you get maximum out of the like one text, only after that you can go like to the next tests. So that's very crucial advice. After working on 8, 10 like such kind of texts or passages, you will see how your level of English actually it will increase, and your vocabulary and understanding and exam skills as well, it will like they will boost. So that's a very useful advice and approach. And next one is like practice, practice, and practice. There is no magic pill. Only work, efficient, smart work will lead you to a high score. In our like history, we had like some exceptional cases when students were able to prepare in a couple of days from pre-intermediate level and they got 6.0 score. But these cases like are rare. They are more like exceptions rather than a rule. Now let's move to the reading task itself. So in our practice, that's our unique approach. We have a golden rule which has like 3 bullet points. First is vocabulary. Vocabulary is a king. Here we have a 75% rule. It means you have to understand at least 75% of the text, the all vocabulary and phrases, etc., etc. If this like value is less than 75%, unfortunately, it will be difficult to get high score on the reading part. Next one is like critical thinking. It means we have to understand different types of questions, how to answer them, where to find the answer in the text, how the answer might look like, etc. So it's more about working in advance and anticipating what kind of answers we might have. And the last but not least, it's speed. That's a very important skill for the reading part because we have limited time, about 15-20 minutes for each passage. We have to scan 2 pages of a text and go over 40 questions. If you are given, let's say, 3 hours for like reading task, you will not have any problems. The key idea is that you have to like process and absorb all this information in very limited amount of time. That's why here we have a rule which is called the 4 minutes rule. Test yourself. If you can read half of the page, read aloud um, in 4 minutes, it means you like have quite good speed of processing information, and it will be very, very beneficial in the future. Now let's move on. And here we have types of questions which might be on reading task. This is the ultimate list. So multiple choice where you have to choose one or two correct answers. Matching informations, for example, it can be headings, put the heading to the paragraph, or they can be two pieces of information like name of a person and statements they like said in the text. We have to match it. Next one is like true, false, not given, or yes, no, not given, where we have to approve or decline, reject, or say that information is not given to give any answer about this or that statement. And the final one is completion types of problems, where we are given like information and some piece of it is missed, and we have to fill it in by looking in the text the proper word or phrases and put it and complete the whole information. That's pretty much for like different types of questions. In my opinion, headings is actually the most difficult one because you have to understand and keep in mind like huge amounts of information. We have three texts on reading part. So they go in order from the easiest one to the most difficult one. And we have 13, 13, and 14 questions, in total 40. And when we talk about the text itself, we have two types of text, like catchy text and smooth. The catchy one, here we have an example of the catchy text. It's like this. It's a text where you have a lot of like in the convex data, like dates, names, cities, countries. You can see like 1838, 1856, Perkin, Michael Faraday, Royal Institution, and it's easy to navigate. In comparison, let's have a look at the smooth passage, very smooth text, right? So here we go. Let me zoom it in a little bit. Okay. So, smooth passage. We have less data which catch our eyes. It looks like more like just one plane of a text, and it's like kind of difficult to highlight some specific words. Working with smooth text is like quite difficult, so we have to go through before we start our like reading section, go through all three passages, try to understand the level of difficulty we have, and use wisely time we have. If we talk about exercises, how to prepare in the best way, our advice from TOPjargan Educational Center would be like this. We train our students by doing the following exercises. It's not like the ultimate list, but they are the most common exercises we do. The first one is actually translation. It's a good one to boost your vocabulary. So when we translate, it's not like just like translate every word, but you have to see the whole structure. For word, we jump to a phrase, and then we jump to a sentence. Sometimes we understand words, sometimes we don't understand. It's totally fine. If you get the whole meaning, it's good. Next one is like scanning. So when you train by looking for particular word in the text. Fast reading, just read out loud. Read it in such a way that you understand the meaning, but try to read fast. Then read just by scanning the text. There are a lot of varieties of this task. Next one is like looking for main meaning. It's like skimming the text. So you skim, for example, one paragraph, and you try to understand or paraphrase in your own words what was the main meaning of this paragraph, okay? It will train your brain to develop this skill to like just kind of highlight and get the main meaning of the paragraph of like some kind of short passages. Question analysis, it's also very useful. Try to understand types of question you are working with, what the answer might look like. Is it difficult or easy question for you, and so on. And simultaneous approach. So when we do reading part, it's very important to start several sections in one time. For example, you start answering multiple choice questions, true, false, not given, and headings. And you do it like in the same way. That's how you save time and you work efficiently with the text. These are the exercises we'll be talking about in the next lectures. But for this lecture, that's all. Thank you for joining us and see you soon. Goodbye.